Hey, it's Joel, the 3D printing nerd, here with
Bill Duran
of
Punished Props.
There we go. Bill and I are going to attempt to attach plastics to other plastics using various methods. You know, not that long ago I did a video where I did friction welding, where I put a piece of 2.85 millimeter PLA in a rotary tool and attached plastics together using friction welding. A lot of people had ideas about whether other methods would work or not, and so Bill and I are here to test those various methods. Bill is going to be responsible for the chemical bonding processes, and I will be responsible for, I think, more of the heat and the friction processes, if that makes sense. Bill, what do you have for us as far as attachment methods?
We have some of the glues that I keep around the shop. Some. We have over there SUPERGLUE, which is my favorite for most 3D printing applications. I use SUPERGLUE. And then a 5-minute epoxy. So if I'm gluing something together, like 2 3D printed pieces, but I need a little time to line it up, I'll use a 5-minute epoxy, and then I will clamp those pieces together. Then beyond that, we have BARGE contact cement, which I'm not confident will work well for this, but I use it for all of my foam, armor, and costume making, and I have it, so I might as well go with it. What else? That's a PVC cement that I was recently using. And
it's worth trying.
Give it a try.
Why not?
Then we have JB Weld, which is actually like an epoxy, like a 2-part epoxy, but it's meant for gluing metal together.
Oh, really?
But it might work well on 3D prints.
It's worth trying.
Then we have E6000, another common cosplay repair goo.
Oh, the people that run around conventions that repair costumes for people, they keep that on them?
That's a good one to keep, yes.
Interesting.
What else we have over there? Oh, no.
We've got a glue gun.
Yeah, we do. We have a hot glue gun.
We have a hot glue gun.
With a high temp, I think it has a high temp glue in there.
With a high temp glue?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We also have a 3D printing pen, because a lot of people thought that that would be a better method to do. And then Bill has an assortment of rotary tools that we can use.
Yes. And then also, I printed some pieces out in ABS, and I've got acetone, and we're going to make a slurry to try and use as an adhesive. It's actually not actually an adhesive. It actually melts and bonds to the surface.
It's a chemical weld.
Yeah.
Ish.
I think so.
Kinda.
Sure. I'm not a scientist.
Why not? Yeah. That's one thing that's very important to mention here. This is by no means scientific testing. This is 2 guys drinking beer down in a shop, attempting to have some fun while trying various things out.
Yes. Kind of like our sanding test.
Kind of like our sanding
Except
test.
we didn't get beer that time. I think that was a mistake.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I'm going to get started by putting some ABS into this jar with acetone and melting it into a slurry.
Awesome.
All right.
I will, while you're doing that, I'm going to explain. So the idea is we've got these squares. They're 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters by 5 millimeters tall, and we've sanded the surfaces that mate. A butt joint, right?
If they're just going face to face, it's a butt joint.
It's a butt joint. We've sanded these down so that they're smooth, and they will take the attachment methods, whatever we're putting on there. And then once the glue settles, or the epoxy settles, or whatever settles, and it firms up and we're good to go, then we will test it by adding weight to one side while holding the other side down, and we'll see what fails and what doesn't.
Yes.
That should be interesting.
It'll do, I think. It'll at least be fun.
I think it'll be fun. All right, well, grab your beer. Here's to non-scientific testing. That's not your beer.
This is an empty jar.
There's Bill. Here's me. We're back from dinner. We had Jack in the Box. It was quite tasty. And as you can see here, now that things have set, Bill has built a test apparatus. It is completely non-scientific. Bill, tell us about your testing apparatus.
This is a box that I had in a drawer, and I've screwed a piece of wood to it and put a binder clip on it.
That's fantastic.
This binder clip will hold a piece of our testing material.
Okay.
And then we will put weight on it.
All
These
right.
are 1 pound each. 1 pound each. These 1, 2, 3 blocks. So that is the increment that we're working in. 1 pound.
And now what? Now we have 4 1, 2, 3 blocks here. What happens if it can hold 4 pounds?
None of these are going to hold 4 pounds. I promise.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go.
So
what are we starting with?
Okay, the first one. This is the rotary tool. This is just friction welding and me not doing a very good job at it. So let's see what happens.
So I think it's fair to put these on the very end.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
1 pound.
it has held it. All right.
Okay.
I will put it. The next one will go next to it.
Oh, you're not gonna put it right on top?
Right on top. Okay, the next one's going right on top. And it's holding it.
It's holding it.
Okay, let's keep this crazy train rolling.
Let's see what happens.
I may have been hasty in my initial guesswork.
Oh!
Broke at 3 pounds.
Broke at 3 pounds.
All right, so we should write on this with a marker.
You have a marker.
Okay, we will write down the weight at which it broke.
Yes, the weight at which it broke.
Yep. All right, very good, very good.
Okay.
That was really exciting.
Was it?
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed that. That was kind of cool.
All right, so this one is the circle.
Oh, the small circle friction weld.
Also friction weld.
Okay.
But it's a circle. Circular pattern.
Yes, I did a
All right.
circular padding.
Okay.
Padding.
1 pound.
1 pound.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Expected. 2 pounds.
2 pounds.
I bet it'll hold. Oh boy, it's flexing a little bit.
It is flexing. I don't think 3 is going to do it.
3 pounds. It's holding.
It's holding. Okay, this is interesting. So the little
should, show a little bit more. There we go.
There we go. Okay,
3 pounds stacked up.
So 3 pounds.
I have a feeling 4 is going to do it in.
I think 4 probably.
All right. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
it's holding. It's holding 4. This was unexpected. What else can I put on here?
It's not holding it easily, but it is holding it.
It's holding it.
It's totally holding it.
Wow.
How many more 1, 2, 3 blocks do you have?
That's it. All right. Ooh, you know what I have here? Other weights. These are... I use these for weighing things out. It's a beer bottle full of sand.
Okay.
And it weighs... Alright. This weighs 1.7 pounds about. So
okay. Well, now, the problem here is we've already weakened the joint, perhaps.
Probably. Alright, so that's 1.7.
Okay.
And then we'll stack more on top of that. So that's 2.7.
2.7.
Should hold 3.7. It is holding. It's a little shaky.
It's a little shaky. Okay, this is going to do it in right here.
So this is 4.7. It's holding it.
Is it?
Ah!
It hasn't broke.
It's just tilting enough that it's hard to keep anything on there.
Okay.
So 4.7. Let's try and put 5.7 on. So these are all the blocks plus the beer bottle. And it seems to be holding it just fine.
And shattered the beer bottle!
Did it break the beer bottle? So that was 5.7.
5.7 pounds.
All right, you want to write that down
Sure.
while I clean up the mess?
Here, give me the other.
I planned for this.
Did you?
I did. Look, ready? Trash.
Oh. That's perfect. All right, small circle, 5.7 pounds.
Testing apparatus has been reset.
All right.
That is our new champ. That was drastically better than the other one.
And that was just the same thing, but just 2 different methods of it.
Okay. Okay, what do we have here?
ABS slurry.
ABS slurry. Let's clamp it in. All right. 1 pound.
1 pound.
No problem.
Nope, no problem.
2 pounds. Pretty good.
It's starting to move.
3 pounds. Uh-oh, that's going to do it. Oh.
Till failure.
It's slowly bending.
We've got a bend.
You know what? I think it's still pliable. I'm not sure how long it takes for the acetone weld to fully cure, but it broke at 3 pounds, but it didn't break so much as it just sort of.
Okay.
Bleh. It's just sort of. I think it's still a little mushy.
It's still a little mushy. Hasn't fully set. That's fair.
Yeah. So I'm curious how long it's expected for you to wait for an acetone weld to cure. That has been about an hour.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So now we're into the chemical processes now. Is the hour we've given them enough?
I have no idea.
All right.
This is the barge.
Barge.
Not confident that this will hold any weight. So we're going to go with 1 pound. And it broke immediately.
Broke it immediately. So.
All right. So the hope with something like this is that the adhesive will bond really well, and it looks like it hasn't bonded at all. In fact, it's just peeling off like a rubber. It didn't adhere at all to the surface.
Okay.
All right, barge.
So what
not good.
We just put it at 0.
Yeah.
All right. Barge just moved off.
Okay. So these other ones, we're a little bit more confident about.
What's this?
Epoxy.
Epoxy. This is the 5-minute epoxy.
All right.
5-minute epoxy.
Okay, cool. This one I have high hopes for.
Really?
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
1. Boy, that held it pretty easy.
2.
2. Yeah.
3. I didn't think this through. It's holding at 4. No problem.
No problem.
No problem whatsoever. Should I see if I can break another beer bottle?
No, there should be something else, right? Do you have anything else that weighs something?
Let's look around. I have a can of Barge.
Do you have another piece of metal?
I don't have any giant, heavy pieces of metal.
I'm
trying to think. I have a giant piece of metal that weighs 45 pounds. Probably.
That's too much.
Too much.
Those sanding sponges, those are too light.
Oh, it broke. Did it? No, it slid off.
Oh, it slid off. It's not.
It didn't break. It just slid off.
Okay.
It just bent enough that the surface is slidey. But if we stack these like so, you can see it's holding it no problem. Here, let's just put a beer bottle on top of that. Why not?
Okay, why not?
All right, we're at 4 pounds. This would be 5.7. Oh boy, that is flexing the clamp. That wasn't bending the joint at all.
Okay.
Move this back a little bit. Just stack these up like this.
Well, should we use a clamp instead of a?
Are you saying our testing procedure isn't up to snuff?
I'm not.
That's holding that no problem. There's a little bit of a bend.
A little bit.
A tiny bit. So why don't we just say...
We'll say what that's...
5.7
5.7.
plus.
Okay.
Plus next to it.
We'll put this in the category where we can come back to it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe once we do this first round, we find a better way to test our big winners.
Okay.
So put that in a different pile.
That's in the winner pile.
All right.
Next is JB Weld.
JB Weld. This is... Again, I have high hopes for JB Weld. All right.
It looks pretty solid.
I'm just going to lay these down flat because I think we're going to be able to put a lot on there. 2, 3, 4, 5.7. Again, no
easily.
Problem.
Like
Not
no
a
problem.
whatsoever.
All right.
All right, so that one goes.
This is a winner.
We're going to have to develop a new testing apparatus for these winners.
Which is fine.
All right. E6000.
Oh, this will be interesting because you don't use this a lot, right?
Yeah, I don't. All right.
Now that's hanging off quite a bit. Is that okay?
There we go.
Okay.
It broke immediately.
Immediately.
All right, E6000, not great for 3D prints. Good to know.
Good to know.
Hot glue. I'm actually very interested in this. Hot glue is surprisingly robust.
Well, if the pieces are right together, then the glue itself, because if they're not right together, then the hot glue itself, it will give it flex, right?
Yeah, but also the hot glue, I bet, gets hot enough to melt the plastic a little bit and bond well.
Oh.
I'm guessing.
Well, let's find out. There's one way to test this.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Really?
5.7.
Oh!
That did it. So it broke at 5,
like
5.7.
5.7 immediately.
That did it perfectly, though.
That was awesome.
All right, what I'm curious about is how it broke. And look, it delaminated from one side. There is...
Oh, all the glue was on the other side.
Yeah, there is hot glue. Let's see, is this better? There's hot glue on this side and not on this side. So I bet I put hot glue on this side, but not on this side, and mushed it together. I should have probably put hot glue on both sides.
Oh.
Because then you have that hot surface contacting it. Because this looked like it bonded really well with this side.
It bonded super really well. All right, well, I'll put...
So, future note, the hot glue was good, but could probably be applied better.
It's one of our better performers.
All right. The 3D printing pen.
I don't have high hopes for this one.
No? All right. 1.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
2.
Yeah.
3. Pretty good. 4.
Oh, it's all right. Wait. No, it's not moving.
It's not moving. All right.
Okay.
The beer bottle. That's one of our high performers there.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
All right. That you move on to the next round.
Wow.
When I have to find something heavier in my shop. Okay. This I'm curious about. This is the PVC glue. The PVC.
Is it? If you do it with your hand, does it have any?
It feels pretty solid.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
It stunk really bad.
It's for the smell. The smell cost should
the smell cost
should mean the adherence is good. 2.
Uh-oh.
No.
There it is.
All right, 2 pounds. 2 pounds. Not admirable, but
it's better than some.
Yeah. I'm curious about where it broke. Here, let me take a peek. Yeah, I don't think it the PVC cement works because it melts the PVC when you put it together, and I don't think this actually melted it. Yeah. I'm wondering if that would be different on ABS. This requires further testing.
Last one. What is it?
Cyanoacrylate super glue, everybody.
Super glue.
My favorite.
Now this is super glue with an activator.
Yes.
Okay.
The activator doesn't change how much it bonds. It just makes it faster. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the bonding between two pieces doesn't change with the. It's just faster.
Yeah, it's just faster. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
All right. Beer bottle. It is flexing. I have to move the.
Move the clip.
Move the clip back. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, there you go. It's in the big boy club.
Wow.
All right.
But that was kind of expected, right? You've worked with
awesome.
You've worked with CA enough.
All right. So we have to. I think we should pause for a moment and figure out a better way to test our high performers.
Well, let's go over the high performers
really quick.
Okay. So right now we've got Epoxy. We've got JB Weld.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 3D printing pen and CA glue or super glue. So we've got 4 high performers. We're going to reconfigure the test, get some more weight, and we'll see who we crown as the winner.
Yes.
All right, and we're back, and we figured out a better way to do this. We have our handy-dandy test trough, I'm going to call it. And what we're going to do is bridge across the sides. And Bill, show us what we have.
5-pound medicine ball.
5 pounds of medicine ball.
And then we have 4 more pounds of weights we can add to it.
Which means we have a total of 9 pounds to try to break our test subjects. Are you ready?
Okay. Ready.
What do you want to start with?
We started with We're starting with the epoxy.
Starting with epoxy. Here we go.
That'll go on, and it should hold
Okay.
5 pounds, no problem.
Should hold 5, no problem, because we did 5 point something.
All right. And I flattened this side of it so that we can add. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. It's bowing a tiny bit.
Is it?
I think the plastic is just bending, though. That's 9. Oh, I hear some
I
creaking.
heard a creak.
I heard them creaking. I think.
That's leaning.
It's
It's creaking.
This is the most exciting thing that's happened to me today. Oh! It broke. It broke. I don't think it's going to fall all the way through, but it did. It definitely cracked.
It did break. Okay.
All right. 9 pounds did it in. Next!
Okay.
This is the epoxy. Look at it, delaminated from one side.
It totally did.
So I'm wondering if this had more time to fully cure, if that would be better.
That's something to test another time.
All right.
Okay, next is... what is that?
Cyanoacrylate super glue.
Super glue.
Put it in the apparatus.
Okay, it is set.
And 5 pounds. No problem.
No problem.
6 pounds. Good to go. It's
No problem.
A little shifty.
Yeah, don't shift
There
it.
we go. All right. 7 pounds. Looks good.
Looks good.
8 pounds. Doing great.
Take it.
9 pounds. Like a boss.
Start putting on the pewter.
Okay, we do. We have more weight. All right. So this is another pound. This is pewter. So this is 10. Not even budging. This is about 0.7 pounds. So this is 10.7 pounds. Like that. No problem.
No problem.
All right. Then we have a new big boy club. Super glue. Super glue is in it.
So,
10.7.
10.7
All
plus. 10.7 plus. Okay.
All
Big
right.
boy club.
Head of the class. Next.
Next. JB Weld or 3D.
JB Weld.
Okay, JB Weld it is.
I made an executive decision.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
Here we go.
5
Here we
pounds,
go.
5
5 pounds.
pounds.
5 pounds.
Good to go.
No problem.
6 pounds.
No problem.
7 pounds.
Yeah.
8 pounds.
No problem.
That looks pretty good. 9 pounds. Oh, little weeble wobble. We're doing. Oh! There, that did it.
That was it.
That did it.
That was it. All right, so that
Gets me
failed.
more excited than it should.
That failed at 9. That was 9 pounds.
9
9 pounds.
And let's see where it failed too. And again, it looks like it split off of one of the sides, so it just didn't bond. It didn't grip well onto the
All right, 9.
onto the piece there.
LBS. We've got one left.
That did that do not quite as well as the epoxy? Where did the epoxy fail? Did we write that down?
The epoxy was 5.7 plus. Do we not write it down? Maybe I didn't write it down.
No,
It'll show on the camera.
it will.
Okay, the last one.
Last one.
3D printing pen on both sides.
Okay. Starting at 5 pounds. Should
5
be
pounds.
no problem.
Should be no problem whatsoever.
Awesome. 6 pounds. Piece of cake. 7 pounds. Like a boss.
Wow. 8.
8.
Okay.
Piece of cake.
9.
9.
Yeah.
That's good. 10.
10 pounds.
Jeez. 10.7.
10.7.
There you go.
There we go.
Like a champ.
Okay, we've got 2 for our
2 in the
final
big boy
round.
I think for the final round, we should just shoot them with an airsoft gun and see which one holds up the best. I don't know how scientific that would be.
10.7 plus.
That's it. We have 2 more.
We have
2 in the Big Boy Club.
That's right.
What are our current big winners?
So right now we've got 3D printing pen and super glue.
People ask me why I use super glue.
3D printing pen and super glue so far have performed the best, each holding 10.7 plus pounds.
Now we need to find something heavier to put on.
Who will be the winner Let's find out.
All right.
We're here for hopefully the final round.
Round 3.
Round 3. Bill, show us our new testing implement.
Bag of sand.
It's a bag of sand with our
medicine ball
with
in
our
the
medicine
bag of
ball
sand.
in the bag of sand. In
Weighs
this way,
just over 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
All right.
And so with our 1, 2, 3 blocks and our pewter, we have 15.7 pounds
Good. Okay.
of stuff.
We'll start by putting the weight on, 1 pound on, and then the bag on it, which would be 11 pounds. All right.
And this is the CA glue first.
Super glue first. Hold on. It's kind of
drooping, isn't it?
It doesn't seem to be having any trouble.
It's not having any trouble.
All right.
So that's 11.
This will be 12.
This will be
pounds.
12.
No problem.
No problem. Yeah, let's move it a little bit this way.
All right.
Okay, so
Lucky number 13.
13.
Jeez.
No issues. No issues.
14.
14. It's holding really, really well.
I'm just gonna put this in there.
Okay.
There we go.
Pewter is going in the bag. So the bag
bag
is now 11 pounds, which will make a total of 15 pounds. It's not even flexing, Bill. It's not even flexing.
Nope.
All right, go and pull it off.
You know what? If we put the other one on there and it breaks, then we know that it's the winner.
Meaning?
We know the super glue is the winner.
Okay.
If we just jump straight up to 15 and it breaks,
That's true.
so why waste time?
Okay. We're now using the 3D printing pen.
Yep.
And we're going to jump start it and put
All the way up to
15.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 15.
Tensions are high.
Not even budging. Not even close. Like,
We're running out of things to put
okay.
Do we just call those two the
Let's
winner?
call it good. Go ahead and pull it off.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's call it good.
Do a
Okay.
recap.
So,
Unexpected results.
unexpected results. We've got...
Didn't think I'd have to get the sand out. Or the pewter. We're running out of heavy things in the shop.
All right, here's where it stands. We've actually run out of heavy things in Bill's shop, and there's a good reason for that. Bill is in cosplay, and he builds things out of foam, and so his journey through life depends on him finding things that are light enough to carry around at conventions for extended period of time. So for us to find heavier things here, we're not that well equipped. But I think the results that we have are very interesting because we have super glue and we have a 3D printing pen, both performing extremely well. These are 50 by 50 squares that are 5 millimeters tall. We sanded the edges and created a butt joint.
Butt joint.
I love saying that. And then super glue went in this butt joint. A 3D printing pen on either side went in this butt joint. And they've each held in a bridging mode.
Yeah.
15 pounds at least.
Now, I'm not surprised that super glue won or was up there. I like super glue a lot. The main reason why I like it is because you can put the super glue on, spray it with that activator, and it bonds instantly.
That's a really interesting point. We didn't have to wait for the super glue itself to cure because the activator cured it instantly, which means we had this bond instantly.
So the epoxy or JB Weld might have performed better if they'd had a day to fully set. But I prefer to work quickly, so I'm going to stick with super glue, I think.
With the accelerator.
That's right.
Okay. And what really surprised me was a 3D printing pen. All I did was hold the pen and extrude the filament, which then kind of melted everything together on either side. So right down the middle, there's no adhesion. It didn't adhere. So it's just the top and it's just the bottom. And that held 15 pounds,
great.
Bill, which is crazy. So if you're ever out of glue, or you want to use super glue but you don't have the accelerant around, or you just kind of want to fix a 3D printed part really quick that has a hole or possibly something that's split, this goes to show you that a 3D printing pen can create a viable weld.
Very good. Good job, science.
Well, I have
All your glass is empty.
I have no more science in my glass, but I think this concludes our scientific, non-scientific adventure. Bill, thank you very much for helping out.
Very welcome. Thank you for hanging out in the shop.
Please leave any comments down below that you may have if you have further questions about our procedure. Of course, I said I guaranteed it wasn't going to be scientific, and it sure wasn't. Who uses a 5-pound medicine ball, a bag of sand, and some pewter weights? I guess
YouTubers.
I guess YouTubers do. All right. Thanks for watching, as always. Big thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to Bill.
Hey,
Thanks
welcome.
to Bill. So, guys, hug each other more because I love you guys. As always, high five.
I missed.